Hey guys, in this video I decided to come up with different meals that I can stretch a buck and make them for $5 or less. I know times are hard right now, not only financially, but it is a little bit difficult finding your usual grocery items that you're used to getting. So I hope this helps you out. So just keep in mind that the prices may vary depending on where you live. They may be more expensive or they may be cheaper. All of my prices are based on Kroger. That's where I do all of my grocery shopping. I've been doing it online now. I've done the Kroger click list for years now. I love it. So of course, depending on what's on sale that week, you may be able to, double these meals and get even more out of them. And then of course, if you want to do meatless, you can substitute more veggies to make it go further. I tried to do this the best that I could, because a lot of these recipes might just call for a half of a large onion or half a bell pepper, or just 1 or 2 cups of rice. And I know that you have to still buy the whole pepper or the whole onion or the whole bag of rice. You can't just go and buy half of each or just 1 cup of rice or noodles or whatever. So I kept that in mind, and I just went ahead and figured in the whole price of you buying the whole thing. So of course, if you already have some of these items on hand, the price will be different and it'll be cheaper. And of course, it just depends on how many that you have to feed in your family and how far you need to stretch that buck to make the meals go further. These are meals that we've been eating for a long time. Me and my husband got married very, very young. So as most couples start out, it's a little rough and rocky, and you kind of eat off of really cheap foods. So if you're newlyweds, or if you're starting college or in college, or maybe you've got some medical expenses, or you've got some debt that you want to pay off, or maybe unfortunately lately you've maybe lost your job due to the pandemic, these recipes will help you out, and you can save some money and still feed your family. These are still somewhat healthy meals. They're not going to be totally healthy, but they're not going to be totally unhealthy, which I don't eat a lot of processed foods, so that helps as well. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and if you find this helpful and you're trying to save money and be better budgeting on your food, then give this video a thumbs up. Our first meal is going to be a sausage potato skillet fry. I'm not sure what a lot of people call these. They call them different things. We just call them Polish sausage, but I'm not for sure if that's what everybody calls them. Some people call them kielbasa. But the sausages that I'm talking about. We've got potato, we've got a small onion diced, and then we've got bell pepper. I'm only going to use a half a bell pepper because, there's just 2 of us eating. And plus my husband doesn't like a lot of bell pepper in his dish. So if you don't like bell pepper in this dish, you can totally omit it and just add more potatoes, or you can substitute it with celery or carrots. Would be delicious in this meal. And then if you don't want to put meat in it, of course you can use like a vegetarian substitute. I know they make like meat crumbles and different things like that as well. And we only used one half of the Polish sausage just because, like I said, it's just me and him. And this is going to be plenty of food just for us, and we'll probably have leftovers. This will probably be like 2 lunches for us. I also wanted to share, I've also done this recipe with half sweet potatoes and half regular white potatoes. If that's what you have on hand, it's very good. If you like the sweet, savory type meals, then you can definitely add sweet potatoes to this to make it a little bit more healthy. But don't forget the white potato. Sometimes it gets a bad rap, but it is very delicious and nutritious. Has a lot of vitamins and minerals that we need. First, I've got our pan here. I've got it on a medium heat, and we're going to add some oil to this. You can use olive oil, canola. You can use a mixture of oil and butter. I've done that before for even more flavor. But you want enough oil to coat the pan so your potatoes does not stick. And the potatoes in this dish are going to be the ones that take the longest. So I'm going to put those in first and let those get a head start by like 3 or 4 minutes before I add the other veggies and the sausage in. And then the seasonings I'm going to use is salt and pepper and some Mrs. Dash. But of course you can use all kinds of seasonings if you want to put some garlic, onion powder, if you have some McCormick seasoning, seasoned salt. Roasted garlic and herb is delicious. You can use just about anything that your family likes in this, and it turns out perfect every time. And just remember, your potatoes need a lot of seasoning. Just the same if you were going to fry. So I'm putting pepper, a lot of salt, and then we really like this Miss Dash original on our fried potatoes, so it's really good. My poor lid's broken. So I'm going to add some of that. That is delicious in it. I have used this before, this McCormick Grill Mates roasted garlic and herb seasoning. That is very, very good. I've used seasoned salt. I've used Weber's Steak and Chop seasoning. You can use just whatever you have on hand, or you can just simply use salt and pepper. So you want to go ahead and get the potatoes coated in the oil. Potatoes are notorious for sticking. Probably need a little bit bigger pan than what I'm using, especially if you're going to be feeding more, but this is the biggest pan that I own. Another thing you can do if you have a griddle, this is awesome on a griddle, and you can do it outside. That way you don't have to heat up your home. Or if you have like a Blackstone grill, you can totally do this on the grill and it would be awesome. So I'm going to grab my lid here. I'm going to put a lid over this and let this go on for about 3 minutes, and then I'll add my onions and my pepper and my sausage. Oh yeah. Now if you can hear me, we're going to add in the rest of our stuff. And don't forget, you have to season every layer, so I'm going to add some more salt and more pepper. Seasonings equal flavor. And if you don't have much going on in your dish, it's a simple dish like this, seasonings and flavor is going to come in so helpful. Oh, why am I so messy? I don't even know where that went. I am the messiest cook, y'all. Just ask my husband. I'm a good cook, I think. But I am the messiest person ever. Okay, so we got all those added in, and now we're just going to let those cook. I'm going to put the lid back on for 3 or 4 minutes and check it. So at this point, guys, it's been probably about 12 minutes from start to this point. So as you can just check and make sure your potatoes are soft, which mine are now. I'm starting to get some color on the bottom. So now I'm going to leave the lid off because everything is cooked nice and tender, and that way we can get some good color on everything, just like here on this sausage. I hope you can see that. I wish you guys can smell this. It smells so good. Now you just want to kind of spread everything around and kind of just leave it be so everything can get some good color, and then you can turn everything over and get some good color on the other side, and then you are ready to eat. Also, another substitute you can do on this, if you have some cabbage, you can add some cabbage to it. It'd be delicious, especially if you wanted to take the meat out and add cabbage, or if you just have cabbage already on hand or in your budget. Now this meal cost me just a little over $3, but as you can see, you can get 4 good-sized portions out of it. So if you have a small family of 2 or 4, like I said, this just costs $3, so you could easily add some green beans on the side. You could put some asparagus on the side or salad to make it go even further if that's in your budget. Okay guys, so that concludes this meal. Let me know if you enjoyed it or if you made substitutions depending on what you have or in your budget. Let me know below.